Wow! What's up, guys, ladies and gentlemen, fellow guardians? Welcome back to another Destiny video. I'm your host, Forz. We're going to be going into this topic of the video for today. It's going to be talking about, that's right, you all know it was coming, the HAWKMOON versus the FATEBRINGER. Now, before I get started in this video, this is going to be a new series I'm going to be doing. Instead of just reviewing exotics, I'm just going to be putting weapons against each other and seeing which ones you guys like better. Now, we're going to be going into some stats here and some stuff like that, some factual stuff, but in no means am I going to say which one is better. I will give my opinion on which one do I think is better, but I'm not going to say, oh, for sure this one is the best one, because each and every weapon suits a suitable situation most of the time. So that's all up to you guys in the comments and all that stuff to decide which one is your favorite. Now, of course, going into this is a little biased because you're like, oh, HAWKMOON's an exotic, FATEBRINGER is, you know, it's a legendary, and the HAWKMOON can go up to 331, FATEBRINGER cannot. But you'd be surprised, the FATEBRINGER rather, it's still a very useful weapon, and it's still being used to this day. I still use it in Crota's End, even on level 33. So let's get right into things, shall we? So first off, we got the FATEBRINGER, as you guys can clearly tell. So starting us off is going to be the FATEBRINGER. The FATEBRINGER has an attack of 300. It's a hand cannon, and its quality level 60, item level 0. I don't know what that means, but yes. Okay, rate of fire is at 15, impact at 94, range is at 26, ability is at 34, reload is at 25, magazines at 4. Now I'm assuming they're taking this from a spectrum of a 1 to 100. I don't actually think it means the magazine size is at 4, because it is not. I think it comes stock at 11, 10 or 11. I'm pretty sure it's around there. So I'm assuming they're taking this from a spectrum of 1 to 100 besides the attack. So optics at 17, inventory size at 40, equip speed 36, aim assist 61, recoil direction 95, and this is all from a stock perspective. So keep that in mind as well. These numbers are a little confusing to kind of understand at first, but once you start looking at it as a 1 through 100 type of scale, how they're scaling it, then it starts to make a little bit more sense. So here we got the columns. Column 1, arc damage. Column 2 is the, you know, the additional stuff where it allows you to augmentate the sight and how fast you can aim the sight and stuff like that. Upgrade. The only thing here on the second column is the column 6. I know that sounds really weird to say, but it's outlaw. Precision kills with the enemy with this weapon dramatically increases reload speed, and so that's really good. You can always have, I think that can always be equipped. Here on the other column we have Firefly, which makes this thing one of the best weapons you can use. Firefly allows it to attack multiple enemies on precision shots, or precision kills rather. Then you have explosive rounds. Now, people don't really like explosive rounds. Me, I'm kind of in the middle, because explosive rounds sometimes stop me from getting precision shots. I don't know if you guys have that problem, but sometimes precision shots kind of mess it up, but it actually adds an additional damage in that area. Field Scout, of course, the best thing, maximum ammo capacity. Then we got single point shot, or single point sling. Oracle Disruptor, which is also pretty good in the Vault of Glass. So yeah, so heading on here to the HAWKMOON stats, we got the rate of fire at 15, impact 94, range at 25, stability at 43, reload at 29, magazine at 4, optics 17, etc, etc. So between the two, they're nearly identical in terms of like scaling. Okay, we have identical scaling side by side to each other. I don't know what quality level 70 or item level 20 is. I'm assuming they're able to get like how good a certain weapon is in terms of its class, but that's totally for a different topic in a different video. So here in a second we're going to change to the columns, and yes, here it goes. Luck in the chamber, speed something. Sorry, this is very difficult for me to read. Let me zoom this up for a second. Yeah, speed reload, lol. Hammer forge, quick draw, and holding aces. I just named the best things on this weapon. Also, field choke, aggressive ballistics, and accurized ballistics are also great as well. But the main thing you want to do to the HAWKMOON is to put as much range as you possibly can, because it's kind of a ranged weapon. So now that you've seen the stats, guys, and you've seen the columns and the skill tree and all the little stuff that makes these weapons what they are, what is your favorite? Now, I know this is going to be a little weird if you are if you are on the Xbox, because you guys have not seen the HAWKMOON or you haven't used it in terms of like on the Xbox. I know, so that might limit some of you to actually give a legitimate bias or a legitimate opinion about these weapons. But fret not, we're going to be putting a side-by-side video, and I kind of had gameplay of the two weapons in the background, but you can barely see it because I have hearts over them. So you can search up on YouTube how the HAWKMOON works and stuff like that. You can kind of make an opinion out of that, but until you actually hold the HAWKMOON and use it, you can't really have a solid opinion. So I'm going to help you guys out with this. So I put a column together, or rather the site did, and I'll be linking the site in the description below. But basically I put it side by side, and it allows you to compare the weapon in terms of numbers. So like I said, they're judging this from 1 to 100 except for the attack. The attack for the HAWKMOON can go as high as 331, but the highest as of now, the FATEBRINGER can only reach 300. Everything else is basically scaled from a 1 through 100. The only dramatic things I see here on this chart is the equip speed. The equip speed is higher on the HAWKMOON, and let me see, I think the reload and stability are higher on the over the FATEBRINGER. Now the FATEBRINGER I think has a little bit more stuff that's better than the HAWKMOON. So inventory size, the range, optics, or actually the optics are the same on both. We got recoil direction, and then we also have aim assist. And so you can see here by a side-by-side comparison, this is what you're gonna get. I think the chart is basically saying it's better. The FATEBRINGER is better by 1 point, but let me know what you guys think. Which one do you actually think is better? Which one do you like using more? As I stated before, I'm not going to be judging, or I'm not going to be saying, oh, this weapon is the best or this one is the best. I'm just going to go for personal preference. Like I said, I think that depending on what you are doing in Destiny will actually cause you to choose between one of the two. I'm not saying these are the only two options of hand cannons. I'm just saying, like, between the two, if you're going to be going to PvP, I'll definitely recommend the HAWKMOON, even though the FATEBRINGER could be used just as well in PvP. You'll have a lot more trouble kind of getting kills with it because everybody else is either using Thorn or Last Word, but you'll still have a nice time with it. But I would still recommend the HAWKMOON in PvP. Now in PvE, I would highly recommend the FATEBRINGER due to Firefly and explosive rounds, and of course you have Field Scout on there as well. So anyways guys, these are just the facts. I am just the messenger. What is your opinion? Which one do you like better personally? Like I said, depending on which situation I'm in Destiny, I'm gonna pick either or. But if I were to choose, if I was held at gunpoint and I would have to choose between either of the two, I'll definitely choose the HAWKMOON just because it looks a little better. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in terms of usage, or which one do you just think looks better or whatever, handles better. What is your guys' thoughts on this? Anyways, this has been Forrest. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Yeah.